Yeah, so today I'll be showing you how to use the over 4.5 signal. So once you log into the Suretrada website at www.suretrada.com, so you get the screen to log in. After you log in, you find yourself on the dashboard. From the dashboard, you want to click on the menu and you select the over 4.5 signal, which is just right over here. So immediately you click on the menu and you select the over 4.5 calculator, you get to this place, right? So when you're here, you simply have to wait for the signal. So the first signal shows you the category which is ready. This means the category that is being displayed is the category, or those found in that category are the ones to stake. The ones to stake. So they are the ones to stake this game. If you're not in this category, then just know this signal is not for you. So just wait until you see a signal that indicates your category. So once you have a signal that indicates your category, you move on to the next signal, and the next signal indicates to start. So once it indicates start, that simply means you need to start trading. So how do we do the trading? Well, like I said, category A, category B, category C. Before you start trading, you must know your category. The category is simply based on your fund, right? Based on your capital. So for category A, you need minimum of 120,000. For category B, you need a minimum of 48,000. And for category C, you need a minimum of 20,000. Now, as said, minimum. So what's the difference between these categories? Category A is actually very demanding, and if you have enough capital, you can be in category A. That way, you can trade. You have more trade signals because you have enough fund to stake on the signal. Category B is less demanding, as it requires a lesser capital, which is 48,000 naira. Then category C, which seems to be the safest, requires a minimum of 20,000 naira. Now it is considered as the safest because it doesn't take you on a long stretch. So in the case of an abnormality, which I will further explain in another video, it makes the stake a bit calm to place. The downside about category C is that you have less signals. Unlike category A, you can play all day since you have enough fun, because you always have signals to play. But the category C has less signals, and therefore you get the opportunity to trade less frequent. So now that we know our categories, you have to pick one of the category in which you stick to play. Okay, you don't have to stick to it. Once you have the capital, you can play any of the category. But don't think you can play category A with the capital of category C. That's the mistake some people make. Because they have enough capital to play category B, they think they can go and play category A. It will actually fail you at the time. It might not fail you sometimes, but it definitely fail you at the time. So it is a trade. So you are required to have that minimum of that money in order to profit. So with that being said about the category, let me explain how to stake. So at this point, if you're finding it a bit confusing, it's all right. Until you have a due practice of it, you might still feel a little bit unsure of what to do. So it's okay. Just follow the simple process or steps that you already know, such as subscribing and signing up on the platform. Right. So once you sign up on the platform, you get to see the signals and what I've been talking about. At any point you have any question, you can always rewatch this video and you can ask for that question on the WhatsApp group. Just ensure that you are sure of what you're doing. Don't feel reluctant to ask questions. Ask questions as much as possible. It will help you not to make any losses at the beginning stage. Things you are not sure of, you can ask 100 times before you're sure of it. You can even wait for a live sessions which might be hosted once or twice on the platform. You can reach out to people who can who can help you, who can guide you through. There are a lot of people who are ready to mentor you right there on the platform, but be careful of scammers. In this platform, you're not to send anything to anybody. All you need to do is register on the platform. You don't need to send anything to anybody. It is not required for you to send anything to anybody. So when you meet some people on the platform, they can always attend to you. Of course, the admins are really readily available, and you can start making friends. If you're still confused, don't worry. Just watch this video to the end, and then you get a clear picture of what I'm saying. So I'll continue at where I stopped, which is staking. So here we are on a visual platform. Now you could use any platform. Let me go backwards. You could use any platform. Right, just locate as virtual games. Okay, here we are. Now this is how to make your stake. We are here on a virtual platform. This particular platform is actually Sportybet. So you could go to Sportybet to make use of their virtual platform. Their virtual platform is right over here at the top. So that is what we are using. We are not using other things. Just come here to the visual. Please don't mistake visual for instant visual. We are at visual. So when you click on this visual over here, right, depending on the platform you're using, you just want to navigate around to see how you get to this part where you see these three options. Sometimes you may have to scroll this top here to this part here, right? So sometimes you have to click on here before it takes you to this place. So you need to look for these three things, right? They're always together: instant virtual, scheduled virtual, and golden virtual. So you have to click on this, right? So yeah, I'll click on golden virtual. Now I'm teaching you how to stake. I'm teaching you how to what? Stake. you click on England League, and the team we'll be trading with is Bayern, right? So I just call them BRN. Okay, now we're here. When it says stake, right? This is what it means. You click on go, and when you click on that, you scroll down. If you notice, week 7, right? Week 7 is showing red. That's because that game has already started. So we scroll down, we look for BRN or Bayern. Is BRN. Yeah, this is it, BRN, right? So it's BRN against LUT, right? LUT. I'm going to click on the 4.5 over here, right? So I'll click on 4.5, right? And then I'll click on this bet slip over here. Yes, I'll go ahead and indicate the amount I want. Take note, you can click on this 100, it will keep adding 100 to what you have, or you can add thousands to keep adding to the thousands or 2000s. You can click on the C here to clear it out, and also you can type the figure you want. So you can say perhaps 2000 or perhaps 100, right? So the moment you indicate this amount over here, 100, you need to click done. This is done over here. You need to click on it. It's very important to click on done. When you click done, the money reflects over here, and that means your money has been placed here. The next step is to click on what? Bet slip, place bet, right? You click on this over here at the bottom, place bet. Once you do that, you have made a stake, right? You've made a stake, and the next thing you do is to watch your stake. And someone will call this betting. Well, it's a process of betting, but it's not, in the sense that we are making a trade actually. For each game we play, we follow strategies in and signals that make sure that we end up in profit. So I'm not here to come and play one game. No, I'm here to place multiple stakes until I make a profit. How does that work? Let me show you. But this is just a demo video, so I'm going to show you how to check your stake for each category. So when you click on select category, you click on category A. This is what your stake looks like. This category A stake, right? This is how you stake. It means that you go to the game. I just showed you how to stake, right? You look for Bayern. You go into the virtual, go into English League, click on Bayern, and then you click on go, right? Click on go, look for Bayern, and then go to the part you have over 4.5, right? On the virtual platform, and then you click on place bet slip as I showed you earlier, and then you indicate the amount, and you click done. Now this is the amount that you indicated in that place. Your first stake is going to be 100, right? Your second stake is going to be 120. What that means is when you make your first stake and it doesn't turn out to be a win, you have to play the second stake. At this point, you're on your own. You have been given the signal to start, right? So you start. Note that for group A, you need a minimum balance of 120,000 naira in your account. That's in your visual account. In your virtual account, yes, you must have created your virtual account, and then you start placing this stake, right on your virtual account. So you make the first stake with 100 naira. I know it might look small, but don't worry, we're going somewhere. At the end of the day, you're going to make good profit, right? So if the first stake doesn't turn out to be a win, it's a good thing, because it takes you to what? The second stake, which is 120. Now, at the end of 120, if it comes out to not still be a win, what is a win? Win is when you actually marked as success. In other words, having an over 4.5. And over 4.5 is when the game ends with over 5 goals. So if you look at your game and you don't have over 5 goals, it simply means it was not successful. You go to the next. If the next doesn't give you over 4.5, which is above 5 goals, you go to the next. And you keep doing this for the first stake, second stake, third stake, fourth stake, fifth stake, sixth stake, up to the 30th stake, where you'll be putting what? 19,970. Now, that is why you are required to have a minimum of 120. Now, with our signals in place and with our strategy for you to follow, by the time you've gotten to the 30th game, you most definitely would have hit a win. We describe it as a boom. So once you have a boom, the boom can be in your first game. So you need to understand this. The boom can be in your first game. Once you have a boom in your first game, you have to wait for signal before you continue again. You don't just continue. So if the first stake is a boom, you don't need to play the rest. You have to go and start again after receiving a second signal to start again. If your first game is not a boom, your second game is not a boom, your third game is not a boom, you continue placing this stake. Remember how to play this stake. You go to that same game, which is BRN. Don't use another game, use the same game. In the English League, go to BRN, you click on BRN against whoever is against, and then you go to the goal, and you click on over 4.5, right? And when you click over 4.5, you place your bet and you impute the amount, then you place your bet. At that point, you've made a stake. So you have to continually make those stake. You see, let's imagine that you played this up to your 15 stake. You would have lost all this initial money, right? But at this 15 stake, you'll be making a higher profit, which we cover all your expenses from stake 1 to stake 12 plus profit added. So the good thing about this platform is that at stake 30 you'll be making higher profit than at stake 1, right? So you would even want the boom to come, let's say somewhere at the middle or somewhere at the 20th, right? So your heart won't be on pressure, because some people get pressure thinking that you might face that abnormally. I would explain what that abnormally is. It happens once in a while in the game, and when it happens, you just have to declare what we call stop loss. Stop loss is a state where we indicate that an abnormality is about to happen, so we advise individuals to declare a loss. So let's say, for example, you've played up to the 19th and we feel it's an abnormally, you have to declare a loss. That means you made loss, right? I might be like, hey, but that's terrible. It's okay. There's a systematic way you calculate your loss into your next game, and then you make your profit back. So with this platform, you are just guided, right, from having less loss and more profit. And think of it, this is something you can do all day, all week. Now, if you do this, let's say 6 days of the week, and you have one bad week, one bad day, in other words, you face abnormally once in a week. You might not even face an abnormality if you follow our strategy duly. You realize that you will still be in profit. So the idea is still being in a reasonable profit. When playing this game, you need to ask yourself, how much do you think you can make weekly, and how much do you think you can make monthly? And I tell you, you will make a lot. You will make a lot, well above most salaries people get. So with that being said, this is how to stake, right? This is how to stake. So I've showed you how to after registering on the platform, how to come to this place to check for signal. And once you receive signal, you click on what? You go to the WhatsApp group to see this stake. You see this stake over here. I'm still going to show you on the WhatsApp screen. Yes, this is the WhatsApp screen. It is still the same thing. This stake. Let me go back to the website. Yes, this is the website. It is still the same stake, right? The same stake. It is the same stake amount. This is for group A. Now, if I should come here and I click on, I'm mistakenly refresh my browser. So if I should click here and go to category B, you see category B has what? 25 stake. If you go to category C has what? 20 stake, right? Those are the major categories for now, and you can easily play them. Category C just needs a minimum of what? 20,000 naira, and you're on the go. This is quite interesting, and this is quite something to try out. Now, if you don't understand this, just know your first game you might make some error. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Most people make those errors. Just count it as a payment for learning a new system of making daily profit. And every day you can keep making profit. I've made my profit for the day, and while I'm still even working. So it's something that it is good side also, if you ask me, right? So this is it. This is group C staking. So as you see, it requires less capital, unlike group A that requires more capital. So group A has more signals than group C, right? So that's it. This is what it means to stake. So I'm just going to go again and show you what it means to stake. So if I was asked to stake 100 naira, for example, right, after getting the signal to start trading, I just jump into my visual platform. I click on England since I'm already here. If I was not here, I navigate my way down to this place. So if you don't know how to get to this place, you can ask on a group, tell them, what visual platform should I use? We're already using a Spotty Bet, so you can also use Spotty Bet. It's also another platform, but this is the one I use. So it's working fine for me here in Spotty Bet. So while you're at it, you click on your virtual place. You click on England League. You click on the goal, this place. Now is the goal we're watching out for. You scroll down and you click on 4.5. You click on that, and then you click on this at the bottom, which is please let sleep. And then here you need to indicate the amount, right? 100. But that was a mistake. I click C to clear it out. 100. Now you need to take note over here at the top. Your time is counting. You have about 1 minute most times to place your game, so you have to place your game as fast as you can, and then you watch it. So I'm just going to do this for this video case. I'll click on the please sleep. Yeah, I've done that. So this is it. This is week 13. This is week 13, right? You have to watch your week closely. I always watch my week closely. Now week 13, which we played, is now loading. Yeah, they started. You can click here to watch now. So this is week 14. I'm just going to scroll. Before I go to watch, I just want to scroll down and show you week 14. Week 14. Yeah, this is BRN of week 14, and this is the game over here, right, for week 14. But I don't want to play it yet. Before I play that, I need to watch this game, right? Now, if this game is not successful, I would have to go back and check the next amount, which is 120. That will be the next amount for me to play on a budget of 120. As you can see, my balance is not up to 120, so I'm not in that category. But I'm just doing this for illustration purpose, right? So you see, the game was not successful. You can see the ticket is marked red, and obviously the scores are not up to 5 goals. So this is not an over 4.5. So what I'll do is I go to next week, right, and I'll scroll down. Remember, you still have to be in goals for you to see all these options, and then you scroll down to BRN again. And when you see BRN, you click on, that's a mistake. I'm going to click on back, right? So I'm no more in goals now, to click on goals to see those goals here. To see your over 4.5 and all, you have to come back here, scroll down. Now take note, this is over 4.5. How do I know it's over 4.5? It's written on it. Look at it. You see that OV at the top, OV 4.5. That's it. And then you have the port over here, which is 8.61. So I'm going to click on this and click on Let's Sleep. And if you remember from here, our next game is 120. So I'm going to come here and type 120, and then that's 220. I'll click 120. Click done. Make sure you click done. See, if you don't click this done, right, it's not going to reflect here. Now let's watch this. If this game comes successful, we're having 1000 watts, 13 naira. So how much have we spent? We'll spend 220 naira. Can you see that we'll still be in a profit of about somewhere close to 800 naira, right? So that's the idea of this game. So the higher you go, the more the more winning you're going to get, and your winning is going to cover your losses, and it's going to also bring profit. And the higher you go, the higher profit you're going to make. So yes, I'm not going to play this game. I just showed you this for a demo. Now I'll play a demo game of how it looks like. The next screen, you see someone who played the game, a screen record of a game played, and how the first guy kept playing until he got to a win. So that's it about the over 4.5. The first thing we talked about was getting into the platform, getting to the 4.5 section, which is on the menu. And then we talked about how the signal comes up and how the signal tells you to start. The signal also shows you when it's a boom. In other words, the moment you get to this point where you've made your profit, it indicates a boom and it tells you to stop. So these are the steps involved, right? These are the steps involved. How how to get into the system, get to your 4.5 signal, see the signals, start your game. Then you jump into your WhatsApp group if you want to ask any further questions. You can also get the stake list, right? You know, your category A, the list of stake to make, category B and category C, the list of stake to make. And yes, the pre-signal comes from the WhatsApp group where everyone is notified either by a message or by a call, and then you go into the dashboard to check for signals. And once it starts, you start your game. And when there's a boom, you stop your game. So those are the steps involved.